convinced me that you love Florence better than any place in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I do.
I do. You certainly do. Where are you from?
Beijing.
Uh-huh. I heard it's not so pretty in Beijing. Is it beautiful?
No, it's beautiful.
It is?
No, very beautiful.
Very beautiful? How?
Uh,
You don't have gardens and parks, though.
we have it.
You do?
Yeah.
How do they look?
And some, small rivers through the park, and the tree, flowers, especially in the spring, a lot of flowers, different kinds of flowers.
Everything that you just did now,
Mm-hmm.
if you could just do that when you sing this,
Okay.
it's perfect. Hands, face, everything, it's just perfect. Okay?
Okay.
Keep that. Tell me all about Beijing.
Firenze come un albero fiorito, che in piazza dei signori a troco i fronde.
Camille, I've met several members of the National Council, and they all strike me as being really very dedicated people, some of them even with a sense of mission. Tell us a little bit about what they do for the singers who appear in these contests.
Well, Peter, we have 3,000 volunteers in our 66 districts in the United States, Canada, Puerto Rico, and Australia. They oversee the whole process from the beginning. They take all the application blanks, they deal with the singers, they raise the money locally, and they would, if they're a singer between the ages of 19 and 33, they would apply. All they have to do is have 2 vocal people sign an application blank, which they can get. They can call us at the Met. We'll give them the name of their local person, and then they would sing in that district, and if they do well, they would go on, and you know the rest.
Well, I certainly have everyone's attention. We have 8 national winners. Soprano Demarius Cooper. Tenor Hong-Shen Lee. Bass-baritone Derek Lawrence. Tenor Kenneth Tarver. Tenor Paul Groves. Soprano Elizabeth Futrell. I believe our first countertenor, Brian Azawa. And finally, baritone Jalung Zhang. I would like to thank the judges who have worked so hard today. It has been a long day, but you've given us all a great deal of joy. There was an enormous amount of talent today. I think it's one of the strongest competitions that we've seen in a long, long time. We have to thank you for the pleasure you gave us. And those of you who will not be appearing on the stage on April the 14th, we will see you again. I just know we will. Go home and work hard and come back to us. Thank you.
We had 23 singers for the finals, and I expected we'd have 11 winners the way we did last year. Only 8 showed up as winners. How did that happen?
Well, I think you know that 2 years ago our prizes went from $5,000 to $10,000, and when that happened, that's a lot of money to raise. And through our donors and a grant from Texaco, we were able to come up with that money. So we decided we really are about quality and excellence. Our judges typically come up with between 6 to 10 winners a year, and the amount of money it costs us to keep them in New York for 3 weeks, we want to be sure these are people that deserve to be there.
Joan, we have a good many people here to put together and make up a program, and they all have not worked together before these 2 weeks. How do you go about putting together the program that is being heard today?
One of the things we try to do right at the very beginning, which I say has been enormously easy and very successful with this particular group, is to take a group of people who were competing against each other and turn them into a group of people who are putting on a concert together.
I'm sure you do that very well, Joan, knowing you.
And one of the things we do is rehearse at my house, talk to each other, find out a little bit more about each other, just remove ourselves a little bit from the Met, a little bit more personal. And there's nothing like eating and drinking and working together. And everybody begins to say, well, I really like your high notes, and oh, I love your piece, and what a great dress, and begin to build the kind of spirit that that helps the whole concert in general.
Great?
I got plenty on me, and nothing plenty for me. I got my girl, got my song, got him the whole day long. No use complaining.
I had a feeling maybe that you wanted to take a little more time after. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll give him a little more time there.
Oh, okay.
The second, I got plenty enough. Instead of going to, oh, I got plenty, oh, I got plenty.
From above, yeah.
Yes, and it's not really a retard there, but isn't it like a little?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, if you want to do that, that's
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
But putting a program together in 2 weeks may sound like a lot of time to you, but meanwhile the Met goes on and everything has to happen. Every day there's a rehearsal and an opera, and these people have to help in between. So the young singers run from rehearsal to rehearsal. We have to check out, do they have a tuxedo? Do they have a dress that fits? Do they sparkle too much on the stage? Are there too many sequins? And meanwhile, they're having voice coachings and vocal coachings and all the rest.
Dramatic coaching. as
Dramatic
well.
coachings.
Okay, that's good, yeah. So just practice that. Okay. I want you to make me understand this piece. I have a friend who's coming to see this concert. He doesn't know a thing about opera. Okay? And I told him about how this is the sexiest story in the whole world. So how are we going to make him understand that? You know where I learned a lot too? I used to do concerts for the blind people across the street. And well, you know that they can't see you. It's so fascinating what you have to do with your voice to make sure that they get the point. Do you like her? Do you not like her? Is this serious?
I don't dislike her.
Okay. Are you?
I think I'm sort of gently poking fun.
Okay,
But,
but that's
you
hard.
know,
That's hard to do. Gently poking fun on the first word.
Yeah.
Okay, so think of maybe something more simple. And they're going to help you with it with the staging, but I want you to have an opinion.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
What?
A serious address we want to make to her.
Well, it's,
Mächtige Prinzessin.
I would say
Gaspige.
she's being serious in a kind of flippant way. I mean, she's acting serious, but,
Aha.
you know,
Do
inside-
that.
Okay.
Do that.
All right.
Do that. Just when you said it right there, it was great.
Okay. Großmächtige Prinzessin.
Princess. I would get that word.
Mhm.
Großme. I think that's why it's so long. Great and powerful Prinzessin. Would you mind listening to me?
Yeah, okay. Großmächtige Prinzessin.
These people came here 3 weeks ago. Can you tell us a little bit about what that was like for them?
What we do is we fly each young singer in and we put them up in a hotel in New York. We give them a per diem. We more or less cover their expenses. They also have the availability of going to rehearsals, going to operas. We have several dinner parties for them, so we treat them quite royally.
You mentioned some of the parties. I hear some of them have been kind of fun.
Yes, well, I think we've tried to be a little friendlier. The National Council has been generous with their funds, and some of our members have hosted things. Also, we try to have some informal things. We had a pizza party in one of the big rehearsal rooms, which was a big hit. They all said they didn't like pizza much, but they ate 10 pizzas in about 20 minutes and salads and things like that. We had a party in one of our apartments, which was really a lot of fun, and it gave the singers a chance to talk to Gail Robinson, our executive director. And they loved that because she won at 19, and it diffused, I think, some of the scariness about being on the Met stage when they realized she could do it.
Do you have any advice for them about nervousness?
Well, I think I myself have been nervous since I was about 3. So I know what nervousness is about, and part of it is a kind of heightened awareness that we talk about it, and I try to explain to them that part of this is excitement.
To use it?
Use it. use it. Part of it is something new and a wonderful adventure, and to look forward to the joy of singing in a place like this.
Ah, that's good.
So
right.
here we are learning for 2 weeks and exploring together what could they do better than anything they've ever imagined.
All right. All right. Would you do that for me?
Yes.
Or else I'll have to add 2 beats so that you can breathe and not die on the spot. I mean, not just because you got to breathe to sing, but just because you got to breathe to live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oxygen, red blood, all that.
Yeah.
Carbon dioxide in your system makes you crazy. And if you don't take enough time to take it in, you get dizzy, you get all kinds of weird things. Your muscles get weak, you get lactic acid buildup, you get all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Take time.
Get off the notes so that you have the time. Because especially with orchestra, you can't take the time. They won't give it to you. And I can wait all day there. But they won't let you have it. So when you get...
What did you look for in a singer at this stage of his or her career?
Well, we say we're looking for 2 things, and it's very difficult. We're looking for the young singer who may not be quite ready for prime time. In other words, they have a wonderful voice, but they don't have the vocal abilities yet. They haven't been coached. They aren't really maybe ready. For the singers in their 30s, they should have everything in place. They should be ready to have a career and go on the stage. So you'll see this year that we do have some 23-year-olds and we do have some 32-year-olds.
Italian is the one of the languages that we use for singing, basically. It's the one that has not a schwa vowel. It has no dropped sound. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It has no place where we go, je t'aime,